It is that time once again. Wednesday, new comic book day, 90 miles from comics. And as always, your host, Y290, in the building. Thank you guys for being here. And I want to thank this incredible panel for being here as always. So, you guys know the drill. As always, the captain himself, the conquistador himself, Javier. What is going on, Javi?
What's going on, YouTube world? It is I, your conquistador, Javier. Just happy to be here talking about comics.
Nice, man. Well, it's awesome having you as always, Javi. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, man.
And you already know we got my other brother from another mother, D-Hyde. What's going on, D-Hyde?
Yo, not a whole lot. Another Wednesday. Pow, 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 pow. Let's do it. Let's just get it on. I'm ready.
Hey, I don't want to get it on with you, but I want to get it on with the comics. So let's get to the comics. And you know what? We're just one big family over here, right? Because it's our other comic book bro, highly a comic book bro. What is going on, Raul?
Hello, everybody. Happy to be here, man. Can't wait to talk some books. Did a lot of reading today. Looking forward to talking all about it.
Nice. And don't worry, guys. No spoilers or anything. We won't talk about anything that came out today. But I do want to thank everyone that's here in the chat. And if I sound a little under the weather, it is because I am under the weather. I'm sorry. I'll be drinking some tea. My throat's killing me. My nostrils are killing me. I caught this terrible cold, but I'm fighting through it. And I had to just come and bring you guys the awesomeness tonight. I didn't want it to keep me down. I figured at least I have that going, keep my spirits up as my comic book show. So I'm happy to be here. So thank you guys.
And man, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday, because yesterday I felt like straight death. If I felt like how I felt yesterday, I probably wouldn't be going live today. So definitely feeling a lot better. But and actually, so everyone knows, next week we may not have a show on this channel because I will be away for work, but I will link up with the guys and see if we can get a new comic book day show either on High Lucha Libre's channel, on Javi's channel, or who knows, maybe we can get it on the Comic Heads channel. I'll talk to Kenny because maybe he'd be about running it. But just a heads up on that. And before we hop into what we read from last week and all the great stuff we're going to get into this week, let me shout out the chat. So we got Luis Ramirez up in here. What is going on, brother? Trevor McGuire, what is going on? Juice, what is up, Juice?
Juice, what's going on?
Juice hanging strong.
We have Brandon Staniski Comics in the building. We also have my brother, Justin Rican in his comics. What's going on, Rod? And he's like, damn, hurricane. That's so funny. I guess it's, slowly picking up. So I don't know. I guess us South Floridians aren't too worried about this hurricane because we're used to this stuff, right? How many hurricanes you been through, Hyde?
Shit, man, I don't know. 5 or 6, I don't know.
Yeah. How about you, Javi?
Yeah, I was gonna say at least 6, at least 5 or 6.
And I know, bro, and the Hiley's got us all beat, I'm sure. So, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I guess, we know what to do when it comes to these hurricanes. So, we're just gonna do what we gotta do, load up on the water, load up with the canned goods, make sure that the comics are safe, and pray for the best. But we do want to thank all the well wishes from everyone else outside the country, across the country that might be worried and concerned. We do appreciate that. But us South Floridians, at least, we hunkered down. I ain't going like when they tell you to evacuate, like, I don't know, like we hunkered down. I don't go nowhere. I ain't leaving my spot. Like
I'm not too worried about it.
This is base, we ain't going nowhere. So with that being said, I want to talk about some of the things you guys have been reading all week. Oh, we got more great people. Joe Ryan Comics and Steve in the building. I have to just shout those guys out real quick.
Steve, what's up, Steve?
So, Hyde, have you been catching up on your reading?
Yo, yeah, I've been catching up on a lot, but there's 2 things that stand out in my hefty back catalog. I haven't gotten to everything yet, but I have gotten to 2 things. One is something that's just starting, and they both happen to be Aftershock, too. That's cool. But, first things first, picked this up last week, Bad Reception by Wando, artist and writer. And yeah, it's a really crazy horror thing. It's like really weird and it seems almost like a little too goofy at points, but then there's some real dark art going on throughout the entire thing. I don't know. There's like a really cool foreboding sense. And if you like horror comics, Bad Reception by Wando, give it a read. Like, you can't really say too much about it because it's the first issue of a horror comic. That gives away the whole first issue. So check that out, guys. Bad Reception. And this, A Walk Through Hell, issue 12. This was the last issue of A Walk Through Hell by Garth Ennis. I didn't know that going into it, but yeah, I love this thing. This is incredible. It's incredible. There's nothing. I don't know. It's one of the craziest things I've ever read, ever, and that's including Ennis because it's not funny. Everything Ennis does is kind of funny, even no matter what it is. Preacher, The Boys, it's all has jokes and it's funny. None of that here. It's very bleak, very dark, a weird horror story that's not straightforward at all, but it's insane. It's like kind of a view of society right now. I don't know, man. It's insane. A Walk Through Hell on Aftershock, Garth Ennis. It should be being collected in trade soon. I'd jump all over that if you like good storytelling. That's what I've been reading in A Walk Through Hell, man.
All right, and that's what Hyde's been reading.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, and as you guys all heard, Hyde has been reading all day, and he can't wait to tell you what he's read. But don't talk about anything that came out today, bro. Talk about some stuff that came out last week, or some stuff you're catching up on, brother, if you could. So what's going on in the world of Hialeah?
All right, the first stuff I read, I wanted to catch up with Middle West, and I was way behind, so I read issue 7, issue 8, issue 9, and issue 10, and I'm all caught up. This is actually pretty freaking good. It's Scotty Young is writing it, and George Corona is drawing it, and it's pretty good. I want to see where it goes. I might be reading it in trade from going forward, but very good story. The next one is Heathen number 8. This is from Vault Comics. Super cool story. It's about a Viking, about Kiri. Good stuff, man. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
Rocket Raccoon. This was excellent. And of course, Powers of 10, which this issue was very good because it started explaining, kind of lining up where the story's going and what the books really are. So thoroughly enjoying this. And that's it for last week.
Sweet, man. Awesome. What was your favorite book from last week?
Dude, I'm really liking Heathen. No, actually, no. How can I say that? You know it's this.
Wow, bro. I was just going to say, you really just said that over and
I came out
bro.
of my mouth. I know, man. But I'm really enjoying it. This is monumental stuff. So, yeah, Powers of X for sure.
All right, cool. Javi, I know you may not be up to date, but I know you are reading, sir.
That's right.
Let us know what you're reading, man.
I don't have the book in front of me, but I've been continuing the Shades of Magic series. I managed to pick up issue number 3 and read through that. This is a continuation of this mini story about this prince who has magical powers, and he has to, like, his father, the king, puts him to the test, and he has to go rule over this port city. And it was really cool. The story kind of picks up, and we start seeing some battles between the these two different people who have magical powers. The prince, he can like melt steel, and the person who he's fighting against can like mend and break bones. So it was some really interesting stuff. I was really digging it. Excited to continue on the series. That was Shades of Magic, The Steel Prince, number 3. Also, started rereading The Last Night on Earth because I'm excited to read issue number 2. I heard that was really good. So,
no, it was really good. And so you reread issue number 1?
Yeah, I reread issue number 1 to get me into issue number 2.
Sweet, man. Awesome. Yeah. Another thing that I'm reading as well.
So good.
I will say this. I'm not a fan, I guess, of the Snyder Justice League run. I hopped off of it around issue, I want to say 11 or 12. And I know everyone says it's really good. And I try to give it, I felt like I gave it a fair shot. I gave it 11 issues on the read. It just wasn't appealing to me. But Snyder's Batman run Snyder and Batman's Capullo run were some of my favorite Batman storytelling. The entire thing was, actually, I enjoyed the entire thing. I know a lot of people didn't like the whole Jim Gordon as Batman and all that, but I was cool with it. I thought it was different. But what he's doing right here is super cool. And with that DC Black label, he can go a little horror type feel. And
I like how the books are nice and big. Like, you get a lot of content.
Yeah, and it just feels, it's got like this horror feel to it as well, which I like, So
For sure.
I think him and Capullo are killing it. And it's their last hurrah at Batman together. So definitely some great stuff. Definitely think you should read it. I'm sure I talked about it a couple issues back because issue 2 came out a few weeks ago. So, Javi, when you get caught up, definitely let the people know about it.
For sure.
All right. So we'll get into what I've been reading. And as you guys see right here, I've actually gone a little back issue dive in. Me and Haya Lucha Libre, if you guys go check out our haul video from last week, we went to a couple Miami shops and we picked up some books, and we actually picked up issue number 2 of this book, which I have right behind here. And I already had the variant, which I just wanted the A cover because it was just something I wanted to add to the collection. But it sparked me again into reading the Jason Aaron Thor, God of Thunder. And we all know he's getting ready to come up to his finale on Thor, which is King Thor, which is coming out in a few weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited for it. Cannot wait to read it. So I went back, started reading issues. I started reading the God Butcher storyline. So I got through issues 1 and 2. Great stuff. You get a first appearance of the God Butcher himself in issue 2. Definitely go check it out. This is some great, incredible Jason Aaron writing. And what is phenomenal about it is he's getting ready to tie it up in King Thor, like I said. And then what is cool is, like, with this run, pretty much Donny Cates created Null, and that is so cool, I think. So definitely a cool run. You should go check it out. Something I'm currently reading. The other thing that I'm reading, like everyone else, Powers of 10, issue number 3. Sorry. House of X came out today. But yes, Powers of 10, issue number 3. Awesome stuff. Just like the Haya Lucha said earlier, just tying things together, making timelines just fit. I got some questions, though. You know what? I'm just going to pan out. I know you guys haven't read it yet, but you know what I've noticed, Hylia? They have not talked about Timeline 6.
No.
And I'm wondering if he hasn't said anything because this is maybe the future of that, or maybe Mora.
I don't know.
I don't know what to call it, but maybe Mora. Maybe that's why, like, it hasn't been explained yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's something I've noticed. Timeline 6 hasn't been really explained, and obviously everything that's happening right now is, 10. Yeah. So I'm curious about that, but just awesome stuff, man. Hickman's doing some great things. If you're not on it, get on it.
In that book, in that little preview that they sent out, I think in that they had some books that were highlighted. It might get answered in one of those books because it's got to be something big that's coming. What happened in that time in that Life 6?
Yeah, exactly, because it has not been touched yet.
It hasn't been touched.
So, I'm interested to see that, and I'm sure that something big is going to be happening in that timeline, so to speak. So, all right. So, of course, like everyone else, I'm on that, and we're going to dive a little deeper into this one right now. Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 8, The Origin of Rocket. Steve, I know you don't want to hear it, but we're going to have to talk about it a little bit. Great stuff, man. I love what Donny Cates is doing with this. I know some people think that he might be spread a little bit right now with all the books that he's been writing, but I think across the board, he's still giving us pretty good quality. I'm not, like, as a Donny Cates fan, I guess, and I might just be biased because of that, but I don't feel like I'm getting any book that's been lackluster, so to speak, or hasn't been up to par to, a Kate standard. Of course, I don't expect every book to be, out the park because, story building and world building and whatnot. But this book right here, something really cool because we dove into the origin of Rocket Raccoon, which we really haven't seen ever, I think, before like this, and it really like kind of gave a, just explained kind of where he's coming from and how, or where he's been and why he kind of left the Guardians and all that type of stuff. So that was the really cool thing about this book. If you have not checked that out, definitely get on it. Do you have any thoughts on it, Hyde or Hyde? The ending is probably the best part, and I don't even want to say anything about that because no spoiler here. But wow, the ending is definitely one of those cliffhangers, and Cates has been able to give us that ending in the last few books, like with Silver Surfer Black. I think this one.
Those cliffhanger endings. Yeah,
and I even think in that first issue of Absolute Carnage, it's like, wow, of course you got my money, bro. Sorry, Hyde, take it away.
It's all good. I didn't even get started. You can't interrupt. You can't interrupt who hasn't started.
Yeah, but I know you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No, pretty much the big takeaway I got from this Guardians issue was I loved, like, Donny Cates has been able to do this so well throughout all his books. Like, there's one thing he gets, and it's like emotion between characters. The Rocket Groot stuff.
Yeah. No, the way he writes characters is just phenomenal.
The Rocket Groot stuff is probably the best part.
The relationship is so, like, it actually works, and it's the first time they talk to each other under like Cates's pen, and I don't know, it's a beautiful thing. Like,
and Groot, and Groot is still talking from the whole Infinity Wars thing. Like he's still actually talking. He's not just saying "I am Groot." Like he's King Groot, I guess you could say, or Ultimate Groot. I forgot what they were calling it, but super cool. No, I'm with you there. He captured that dynamic perfectly.
You could see the love between the two of them, man. They just adore each other.
Yeah,
admiration. They love each other, and you can see it.
Yeah, but that ending though. Whew. Ugh.
What about Rocket Raccoon's origin? I thought it was to the point, boom, 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 and short and sweet, and I loved it. I loved this origin. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm sure he added a couple things and probably used some things that were probably used in the original one. You know what I mean? But just overall, I thought it was cool, man. And like to your guys' point, the relationship that he captured between Groot and Rocket on point. And then, I also love what he's been doing with Star-Lord, because Star-Lord,
he's a little bit of a
he's so outcasted, almost like
run down.
Yeah, and it's he's outcasted. It almost feels like, Infinity War Star-Lord. Because that whole movie, they're all talking down on him and whatnot, and he's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't know if Cates is resembling that, but they're definitely, in this run, he's definitely the outcast in the group. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Rundown is the perfect description of that, Javi. Perfect.
Yeah, washed out. He's definitely not on his A game. People aren't listening to him. He's not the leader of his ship.
Groot is.
Yeah, Groot has taken over.
Groot's the one taking, calling shots. Oh, bro, it's so good. I love it. But yeah, some great stuff. I'm digging it. Donny Cates. Anything he's writing, like you all know, it. I'm just a Donny Cates fanboy. All right.
Yeah,
we'll be true there. What up, Stay Puff? Hey,
he is killing it though, man. The guy's money, dude. Everything's good.
All right.
For the most part.
We got one more book I'm going to talk about, and that is Carnage versus Deadpool. Shout out to my boy, the immortal Biggie Shaq, the YouTube heavyweight champion right now. He put me on this because he's reading Deadpool. Deadpool's one of his characters and one of the books on his pool. And before we got to the Absolute Carnage event, something happened at the end of that book leading into Absolute Carnage. And he was like, yo, 90, you need to get on this. I am happy I did. This book was incredible. This is a fun read, a ton of fun. And I don't want to spoil, like, I guess the whole thing of the book. But if you guys are fans of Deadpool, we all know at one point in time, he's been taken over by a couple different symbiotes, right? So it dawns on Carnage that he's like the unicorn of symbiotes. Bro, so good.
Does he
good.
actually call him the unicorn?
Yes, he calls it.
Oh
I know
my
what it's
God.
bro. It was, and I guess that might be the only way I can get people to read this book. But Deadpool is the unicorn of symbiotes. And speaking of unicorns, not that it's really a unicorn, but I gotta just show this real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Miracle once again with My Little Pony is 90 sketch, and he colored it and sent it my way. This is just a beautiful miracle. But when I read that, it made me think of this, the unicorn thing. But Deadpool, the unicorn of symbiotes. So find out if Carnage is able to get himself a unicorn. It is so good, bro. It is so good. I enjoyed every moment of this book. I actually might need to get on Deadpool because I didn't realize I was gonna have this much fun on this book. It was really, really good. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, the unicorn of symbiotes, bro. And I want to thank everybody once again for joining us in the chat. We got my brother Comic Head 84. What is going on? I know we're coming at you guys live a little earlier tonight. I have work super early tomorrow morning, so I wanted to just make sure we got on a little early so I can get some rest. So, does anyone have anything else they want to talk about, what they've read recently or anything like that?
I've pretty much got into that. Everybody needs to read A Walk Through Hell by Garth Ennis.
All right, and there's a nice
Walk Through Hell. Yeah,
a nice plug for A Walk Through Hell. All right, and if you guys don't know, the Oprah Boys Book Club,
Oprah Boys
is reading Garth Ennis. Welcome back, Frank Punisher, and you can check us out Thursday nights on the Conquistador channel as we break down Welcome Back, Frank. And that was your commercial break. And that will bring us to our Spec Talk segment this week. And you know what? I've been kind of specking on it. And I'm sure a few episodes back, I showed issue 7 because that was the first cameo appearance of Dylan. Well, the first full appearance of Dylan is issue number 9. And this book is actually starting to see a little rise because people are starting to heat up on it because of the whole Absolute Carnage thing. And if you read today's issue, you definitely might want to go get your book before it's too late. But this is Venom, issue number 9 by Donny Cates, full appearance of Dylan, which we all know by now is Eddie Brock's son. And yeah, it was great stuff, man. During this part of the run, mind blown, bringing in, the loins of Eddie Brock, which was crazy. You know what I mean? I was just I can't believe this is happening. And shout out to Taylor in the chat real quick. And she brings up, she's reading Die, really good read. Read it if you haven't. So,
what up, Taylor?
Yeah, shout out to Taylor. Thank you for being here, Taylor. So, but this is my spec book for the week. This book is already starting to see some legs, but you can find them in back issues where people don't know that it's gone up, on eBay prices. You can definitely, hit the LCSs. I found this for $5, I think, last week with Hialeah Comic Bro. So definitely you can find them out there. And if it's not during Absolute Carnage, one point in time, I'm sure, the symbiote's coming on Dylan. And you're going to want it for when that happens. But regardless, like I said today, if you read Absolute Carnage, you're definitely going to want to go pick up this book. This is the book you want to go get right now before it is too late. 7 and 9 are great picks. And I should probably show 7 as well. I have both the secret variant and the regular one. The regular one signed by Stegman and Cates, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, man. Great stuff by Donny Cates. First appearance of Dylan. Should I pull out the 7? Maybe I should.
And do you have it?
I think I have it next to me.
With today's issue, that book is going to get even bigger.
Yeah, you read today's issue, right?
Yeah. With the next couple of issues, what kind of was it brought up in this today's issue? It's gonna hit. It's gonna be good. They gave a hint.
It's definitely
Oh, I have it. All right, here it is.
Kate's is definitely brewing up something in this
He
Venom run.
always is, man. That's what makes it awesome.
This is issue number 7. The first cameo appearance of Dylan. This is the secret variant. I have it signed by Kate's, which is pretty cool. And then that is issue number 9. So these are the 2 books you want to be on the hunt for, on the lookout for. First appearance of Dylan. I think this is a great Spec book, and especially everything that's going on right now with Absolute Carnage. So that is going to be our Spec talk of the week, fellas.
Nice.
Sweet.
Now we're gonna want to get on that Venom run. If you're not on it,
bro, and shout out to Javi, yo, because Javi put me on that Venom run when it was like 3 or 4 issues in, I want to say, or maybe 5. Could have been 5.
You weren't into it from the beginning?
Well, Javi was on it straight from the beginning, right? And
I was on it since Venom was relaunched. I think issue 150. They relaunched Venom with the lenticular cover, and then they started doing the whole Venomized thing. And I was digging the whole Venomized thing, and that's when Venom started to the alien symbiotes actually started coming to Earth and started infecting some of the heroes, and that's what Donny Cates is kind of bringing into Absolute Carnage now.
He's building on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and I want to say because Javi, he's not able to get caught up but by the time Javi gets caught up, and he's I want to say issue 2 or 3, he was like, yo, you need to read this. By issue 4, he's like, yo, Chad, you really need to read this. And by that time, I couldn't find him, so he wound up tracking me down
1 and a 3, I think.
No, I think you got me 1 through 4, bro. I'm not even joking. I think you tracked me down 1 through 4 for
what you did, Javi?
No, for $30. He got me all 1 through 4 for $30, and I'm near mint, perfect condition. And he found them off of eBay, and then I read them and forget about it. I was sold from that point on, and I was like, wow. I'm like, why didn't I read this? And I read Thanos Wins before that, so I'm like, I should have been reading this just because it was Donny Cates. Like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Have you read his run on Doctor Strange?
And actually really good.
Is it? I haven't read that.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's different. He brought in, he brought in a dog, which was cool.
Yeah, and he was on the tail end of somebody else's thing. It was a different thing, but it was good.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, man, it was cool. And then that was the first time he ever got to write Spidey, because he brought Spidey in at the end of that, because they kind of give him just, I guess you can do whatever you want. So he's like, well, I've always wanted to write Spider-Man, as a kid, because that was his favorite character. So he brought in Spidey in. It was cool, man. I dug it. Definitely think you should check it out. Worth the read. And you know what else I started, boys? And I'm going to talk about it next week. I started reading that Ghost Fleet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we should all read that.
It's about time.
We should all read that so we can get on Open Boys Book Club. What do you mean about time? You can read it.
Dude, you had that for a month already.
Yeah, I know. And I ain't opening that. I'm reading that bad boy digitally, bro. That's signed by Mr. Sir Cates. I ain't opening that bad. Shout out to Caleb the Comic Smurf Murphy.
Mr. Sir Cates.
I don't know if Smurf is back on the interwebs yet, but I know he recently moved to Missouri, so shout out to Caleb. But yes, he A-OK'd me that incredible trade. So thank you, sir.
Cool.
Bam. All right. I know Javi, I just been stalling because Javi's been clicking away. He's been setting it up because it's that time, everyone's favorite time of the show. It's Javi's variant corner, stash or trash. We're gonna stash or trash these variants. You guys are gonna have fun in the chat. We want to see if you're gonna stash these variants or if you're gonna trash them, and we're gonna let you know what we think of these as well.
Stash or trash. We need to get a sound clip.
Stash
right?
or trash.
Stash or trash. What's up, Jim? We got Boat Ride up in here. That comic book homie is up in here. Man, we got just an incredible bunch of people. What is going on, guys?
Hello, everybody.
Yo.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out. And I think with Chad's permission, I'll go ahead and start off this variant corner.
Oh, bro. Yeah, bro. All I'm saying, I'm going to say it every week. Every time we start, the numbers spike. Every time Javi's variant corner starts, people hop in. They want to know what is going on in the variant corner hobby. So we're gonna stash or trash these books. Let's get to it, brother.
Let's get to it. Stash or trash. So you guys,
Basura.
the rules are very simple. I'll be showing off a variant, and there's no timer or anything. You just let us know if you would stash it, put it in your collection, or trash it. Throw that book away. So a little bit of a shameless plug for something that I'm reading. I am reading Shades of Magic, as I mentioned earlier. This is a book that's coming out. It's a 4-issue miniseries by V.E. Schwab, the author who does this whole series. And this is like a novel style variant. The book is going to be called the Rebel Army. So here we have some like ships coming on this like blood red sea. It's kind of minimalistic, not too showy, but I wanted to show off something that I'm reading, and if you guys are interested, you can always pick this up. This is cover price $3.99.
It's a very elegant looking cover, I think.
Yes, elegant, and I think that has a
Who's the publisher?
the publisher is Vault Comics.
Oh, I love Vault, man.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Titan Comics.
Oh, okay. I don't like Vault. I don't like Titan.
Yeah, this is Titan Comics, more magic based, but elegant, perfect word. The cover kind of matches how the story is.
You know what? I'm going stash because I've gone on cruises all my life. I like the whole nautical theme of it. I think it's cool. Like I said earlier, it's very elegant looking. So I'm going stash. Even though I'm not reading this, and it's a very different cover, Javi, So I like it. I'm stashing it.
Yeah, they call this the novel variant. So it's mimicking like a novel, like a book, the front cover of a book.
Shout out to the immortal Biggie Shack. So Javi, you're stashing this one, right?
I'm stashing it. Yep.
I like
This
it.
is stash.
You don't have to be swayed by me, guys. You can tell us how you feel.
Like is this set like in a Victorian setting or?
Yes, it's very much a Victorian like setting with magic involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like kind of Interview with a Vampire kind of ish.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Stash.
Yeah, I like it. Like, I don't hate it. I feel bad for trashing it. It's so nice and nice.
Yeah, I knew Frank was gonna come in with the trash. He wasn't afraid to say it. There it is, Frank the Tank. Right. Shout out to our brother Frank the Tank. Thanks for being here, brother.
Welcome.
So
it's too nice to imagine all covered in banana peels and pizza crust. And
stuff. What? If 84 was here,
84 was here. Did he leave?
Oh, he was in the panel. That's what I mean.
Oh, I could send him an invite.
But this is coming out.
Him trash everything, trash.
Basura.
Yeah, Biggie Shack looks like it has some potential, but trash.
October 23rd. If you're interested, go tell your local comic book shop to put it on your pull list. Moving on, we have the plot. This is from Vault Comics. This is coming out.
When does that come out?
September 25th. So as we're getting closer to Halloween, we're getting more and more horror-themed books and more horror-themed covers. This is the plot. This is the B cover by Nathan Good. This, of course, is an homage cover to Bernie Wrightson's House of Secrets number 92, which was the first appearance of Swamp Thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 100%.
So the plot is going to be a kind of swamp-themed book where it's a family-oriented horror story where the family has to kind of survive for themselves in this weird haunted house next to a swamp area. So stash it, trash it. I'd stash this. This is
I loved it the minute you put it on, bro. I can't wait to get them.
It's an homage to what am I going to do? Trash Bernie Wrightson? What do I look like?
Yeah, it's a beautiful homage. You got to stash this one for
sure. Stash that, dude. I want to get that book.
All right, so we stashed the variant. What about the exclusive variant?
Hold on. We got to go back to the other one because we're finally getting some
Dude,
Some-
I'm
Some
sad,
stashes or trashes in from the chat. We got trash from
That is
Trevor.
nice, bro. I love
Looks
that.
fantastic from Frank. Stash it from Boatwright. You know Boatwright was
The
going to
minute
love
you
that
put
one.
it up, Javi, I was like, oh, dude, that is gorgeous looking book.
It's
All
definitely
right.
an homage, but it has that uniqueness to it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, they made her a brunette. I like it, dude.
We got a couple trashes, but mostly stashes in the chat. I'm stashing it for sure.
For
Joe
sure.
Ryan is digging that cover A. What about this exclusive? This is an exclusive Comic Kingdom of Canada. So if you're a Canadian native, you can pick this up. But of course, if you don't mind paying extra for shipping, go check it out. It's going for $15.04.
They could keep it. I'm trashing that.
Yeah.
I'll stick with the A, man. That A is bad.
I think this is cool. I like the horror aspect of this one. Definitely more modern, of course, but I dig it. I'm going stash.
For how much is this again?
This is it's gonna run you about $15 without
That's
shipping.
all right. I'll pass. I'll trash
Yeah,
that. That's
the-
all right.
I like it, but I stopped it
The
in
question is not how much are you gonna pay for it or how much it costs. It's do you want to stash it or trash it?
Trash
Javi?
it. I
All
love
right.
that A cover. Dude.
I love both of them. I like both. I'm going stash on that one. All right, so we had a couple of stash from Jeff, trash from Taylor.
This is by Alan Qua. He does a couple of exclusive variants every now and then, but this is his exclusive for The Plot, which is coming out September 25th by Vault Comics. Moving on, here we have Batman versus Superman. This is by John Jiang. I'm probably butchering his last name, Jian.
Oh, I know what he's done. He did the deceased cover, I believe, of the Joker that it looked like a zombie. I don't know if you've seen that. That the hair is like all crazy. I believe he did that.
Okay, yeah.
This is cool.
I'm sure he's done some deceased stuff. This is I guess we have here the Robins from the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the little Robin squad, and I believe that's Oracle
And
Catwoman.
not my
Now, that's some stanky trash to me.
That's
Yeah.
trash. That's straight up basura right there.
yeah.
There's something about it.
I'm going trash as well.
Straight
I'm
up
going-
dumpster trash basura.
I'm gonna have to
Hey,
trash
there's
it as well.
84. 84 trash. We're getting a whole bunch of trashes in the chat.
Yeah, bro.
The colors are kind of not too bright. Not to get into it, but yeah, like you guys said, there's just something about it that doesn't
Too much going
mix
on.
too well for me.
Too digital. I think Joe Ryan nailed it.
I think that's great way to put it for sure. Too
The
digital.
coloring's a little bit more on the trash side. Yeah. Sorry.
If you guys are interested in this,
Basura.
if you guys are interested in this, you can pick this up. EliteComics.com coming out next week. Oh no, this actually came out today, so I'm sure you can still pre-order it, get your orders in.
You could probably still find it because
Yeah.
we all
As-
trashed it.
Here we have
Hey, this is cool.
Joker Year of the Villain #1 by I believe this is the Francesco Mattina variant. Mattina is a hot variant artist. He always comes out with some goodness. This, although it says not final art here, this is the image that they've been teasing.
I'm stashing this one. I like it.
I think it's cool.
I'm on the fence, and if I'm on the fence, I'm trashing it, dude.
Yeah, it does nothing for me one way or the other. Get out of here in the trash.
Basura.
Hey, get out of here.
We're getting a lot. Oh, Biggie Shack. I'm not paying for that stash. The question I guess
It's not bad, man. It's not bad. It's not horrible, but
Oh yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't make me want to vomit or anything.
I'm on the
but-
stash all day on this
it
one.
doesn't make me want to buy it either, you know?
Exactly.
I think it's maybe the background. I'm not sure what he's standing on.
looks like he's cracking up too hard. He's laughing way too hard.
What I like about it, it's got this Joker from like Hush feel.
Okay,
But
yeah,
not really. You know, the lightning is a nice touch in the back. He's got the gun. Like, I don't know, bro. The laugh. He's got everything that you would want in a Joker cover, I think.
I don't know. I think Immortal Biggie Shaq hit it. Looks stupid. Like, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think he nailed it.
Oh, getting ahead of myself.
Yo, there it is.
All right. Well, moving on. Joker by Ryan Brown.
This is cool.
Same series. You
I'm
Joker,
stashing-
Year of the Villain.
When does that come out?
This comes out October 9th. This is an exclusive to unknowncomics.com. The cover artist for this is Ryan Brown. And this one, I think I'm going to have to go with Stash.
There's something about it. I know Frankie thinks this looks stupid, but I like this.
Dude, that looks badass, bro.
It looks
This,
stupid,
yeah.
but I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. It's good kind of stupid.
It looks I don't know, something Batman like Arkham Knight games
bro.
that it feels like to me.
Dude,
But
I like
yeah.
the eyeballs are going in different directions. Dude, that is wicked.
I love how the eyeballs are two different colors.
Yeah. One's
That's
like
what I really like.
and one's bloodshot, the other one's not.
Yeah.
Dude, that is badass, bro.
He looks like a psycho. Like he looks like a crazy person. Like for sure.
That's an exclusive to who?
This is an exclusive to unknowncomics.com.
Oh my goodness.
I believe they'll have a trade dress and then they have a minimal trade dress.
That's not available yet, right?
You would have to go check unknowncomics.com. I think the pre-order is up, but it comes out October 9th, so
That's
a bit of a while.
That cover is gonna be hot.
Yeah,
Very nice.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy who had 7 and poor Mike for joining us in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate the love from the comic book homies.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
Mhm.
That's a stash, baby, all day. Stash that.
Stash.
Here we have some Black Widow. This is
I
by Shannon Mayer. She does a lot of vampy stuff and some female covers. This is. Go for it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What do you think Jeff would say about this one?
I'll tell you this. Jeff is the one who sent me this.
I figured.
Actually, I need to give a huge shout out to Jeff Comics 813, the Cantonese comic kid. He's
in the chat, by the way. Shout out to Jeff.
He is constantly sending me variants, and he's as much of a part to this variant corner as the panel is.
Awesome.
If it wasn't for him, I'd be having to work a lot harder. So, Jeff, thank you so much, man, for coming through with these variants.
That's awesome.
You
Jeff.
are a great help.
Appreciate it.
And we're getting some stashes come through.
This is a stash for me.
And I just like hanging out with Jeff too. We send each other comics. We send each other variants, and we just that's cool. It's awesome.
Jeff is
Yeah, that's a sultry stash for me.
it's a stash. Jeff
It's
is
a stash.
Jeff is on point. I was just messing around. He's on point. This is nice.
I like the dual pistols, the wrist blasters, the expression on her face, beautiful. I love it. Good stuff. Stash. Oh, here we have a Spider-Man #1. Oh, and I forgot to mention this is called Web of Black Widow #1. Coming out
When?
We had
September 4th.
We had mostly stashes in the chat, but we did have a few trashes. Biggie Shaq, man, he's trashing a lot on this one, man.
Biggie Shaq, he loves those old school covers, man. I'm sure he's more of a Kirby guy. Like
We all know that. We all know. But it's all right. That's why we have the stash or trash segment. What up, Bake? Bake. The snake is in the chat now, guys.
Web of Black Widow #1, September 4th. Here we have Spider-Man #1, And this Spider-Man #1 that's coming out, they're coming out with a new #1 for Spider-Man September 18th. Guys, you need to check this out, even if you're not into the variants. J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams are writing this Spider-Man book. So if you haven't heard the news, go check it out. Spider-Man #1 coming out September 18th. J.J. Abrams is a part of this. If you guys are a Star Wars fan.
I wonder how they're going to draw in lens flares. Sorry.
But this, of course, is going to come out with some major exclusive variants for just the hype that's around it. And the tagline for this Spider-Man #1 book is, "Who is Cadaverous?" And if you see here on Mary Jane's book bag, she has like a little plush. It's a teaser of this new villain, this new character who they're calling Cadaverous. So if I move on, they're coming out with 2 versions for this Spider-Man #1 Mary Jane exclusive. This is by Dan Quintana over at legacycomics.com. And if you can see at the cover B over here, you have Mary Jane on the foreground, and in the background, you have that Cadaverous character.
Yo, we're getting a just straight trashes.
Yeah,
I don't blame you guys. I do not, it's she looks tired. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I'm trashing it as well. Not really my. I feel like too digital as well on this one.
And a lot of these variants, a lot of these new. I don't want to say newer artists, but a lot of these newer books that are coming out with variants have this sort of digital feel to it. I do like the patches on her jacket.
I don't like her eyebrows.
I don't like her wing tip over here, her eyeliner tip. Like it's too. I don't know. It's just.
Dude, her. You know what her eyebrows are? Okay, all right. What does this hat say? Hialeah? She's too chonga right there. I don't know if anybody knows what chonga is.
I get what you're saying.
That's a chonga Mary Jane right there.
Poor Mike, 5 a.m. bus stop trash.
That's chonga. That's chongalicious.
Trash. Okay, guys, we'll trash this one.
You know, she needs the big hoop earrings. That's what she needs. She needs the big hoop chonga earrings. That's all she needs right there, dude. She's got that's it.
No, I like my little chunk of Mary Jane.
Delicious, baby. Big knows what I'm talking about. Big knows.
Danny Ferreira on the chat saying that the eyes kind of look like Spidey's mask.
Yeah.
So, okay, consensus, trash.
Trash.
That's my little chunk of Jane. Mm-hmm.
Clayton Crane's version of Spider-Man #1.
Ooh.
That's a stash.
That's a stash all day.
Stash.
I like the upside down. I like the spiders around it. I like how it's the Spider-Man logo on the bottom. I think that's cool instead of on top. Virgin looks beautiful as well.
Damn, that is nice.
Look at Biggie Shack. I'd buy that 90.
That is
I'm stashing
that
this.
is a nice cover.
This is a nice cover. I like Clayton Crane's for sure.
Bueller says buy everything. So we can keep the variant, market alive.
Who's that coming out? When's that coming out?
This is the same Spider-Man 1 by J.J. Abrams. This is coming out September 18th.
This is a limited variant or the B or?
This is an exclusive variant. I didn't write the website. I should have written it down.
That's a beautiful cover, man.
Yeah, I was just going to ask what website is this an exclusive to? Has to be an exclusive.
That is a beautiful cover. Wow.
But I know I did write the price. Oh, it's limited to 1,000, the trade dress, and 600 for the Virgin. And the only way you can get the Virgin is if you buy the lot. You have to buy both together.
Wow.
All
right, I'm gonna hit up Steve. No, I'm just kidding. Because if he likes it, he doesn't like the Virgin. I'll take the Virgin off of him. We'll go halvesy, Steve.
Wow, that's a beautiful cover. Not this one. Not that there's any. Hey, just to clear up, there's nothing wrong with Chongas. I'm just saying she looked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever, bro. Why you going
It's,
backwards, Javi?
Well, that because I'm just showing off the.
Oh,
books we
oh,
have.
that was the last one. Okay, I didn't know that was
Yeah.
the last one. Sorry.
All right.
Just going through the books one last time as we conclude this variant corner.
Stash or trash.
So there's some nice keepers there, man. There are some nice books.
For the most part, I stashed all of these.
Man,
A couple trashes in there.
very good stuff, Javi. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jeff, so much for your help for sure.
Good stuff.
So check these variants out if you like them. Go hit up your local comic book shop. Let them know what you like and what you're interested in, and they'll help you out. Put it on your pull list. If you want to see anything more on the variant corner, get in contact with me, get in contact with Chad, 90M of Comics, or anybody else here on the panel, and we'll try and show off what you guys like.
Yeah, man.
Good
Thank
stuff,
you, Javi.
Good stuff.
Thank you guys, and thank you everybody in the chat.
Stuff
Good stuff.
from Javi. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And if you guys just missed it, make sure you go back on the rewind. Get part of the Stash or Trash Javi variant corner. Tons of fun and always some great stuff that you guys should be keeping your eye out for. All right, guys. Well, this is going to get to everyone's favorite part of the show. What we picked up. Hyde, did you make it to the shop today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, even if you didn't make it today, just whatever you picked up over the week, bro.
Yes, sir. I made it. All right. So, yeah, let's start it off. Venom 17. Yeah.
Nice.
Absolute Carnage 2. Have not read this yet. Kind of will get on it. Action Comics 1014 with a beautiful cover I didn't see till right now.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh man.
Wow.
The variant was the Adam Hughes variant with the Crypto the dog. If I'm not mistaken.
Man, whatever. House of Secrets.
What? Nice.
Yeah, facsimile came out today.
They're redoing that. Nice.
Yeah, like it came out today. It's probably worth grabbing. Spider-Man Life Story issue 6 came out today. This is I'm pretty excited about that ending. And here's the new thing. Tommy Gun Wizards on Dark Horse. Not sure what it is.
Oh, man, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's like an Elliot Ness, Al Capone with magic or vampires or something.
Yeah, with wizards, apparently. Yeah, no.
Some gunslinging wizards, man.
Yeah, the interior seemed cool. Like, it seems good. I haven't picked up it's not often I pick up something on the fly without knowing anything about it, writers or anything, but this was one of them.
No, but it's always cool to take chances sometimes. If it catches your eye, like, yo, let me check this out. So that's super cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I've read Christian. I don't know if I've read anything that from Christian Ward that pops out. But no, that looks awesome, man.
That's super awesome. Hi, you got anything going on your channel this week, man?
Yeah, sometimes I don't have it planned out. I got a new job recently, so I'm trying to work around schedules and to try to get something solid. But keep an eye out. I'll be doing a World According to Frank very soon.
And if you guys haven't done it yet, I added Hyde's channel to the description with the link below. So make sure you guys go check that out. Derek Hyde, thank you, brother, for being part of the show each and every Wednesday. And definitely we'll see you tomorrow night on Oprah Boys Book Club. Regardless. Yo, Haya Lucha Libre, what did you pick up today, my friend?
Dude, I picked up a lot, bro.
Today was a huge week, bro.
I got House of Secrets, very cool.
Nice.
I got The Mall by Volt. I haven't read this yet. Looking forward to this. I got Boom Paris number 12, the end of the series. Read this. Very good stuff here, guys. Good series. These next two are pure cover buys. I got the Josh Middleton Batgirl. Real beautiful cover, man. Incredible. I mean, Immortal Hulk 21, the second print. Love this cover.
That's awesome.
It's a sick cover.
Beautiful cover.
I didn't even see that on the shelf.
I got Miles Morales, Absolute Miles Morales.
Oh yes, so good.
That's beautiful.
That's the young Guns variant, and I recently heard that what the Young Guns variants are doing is that they're introducing new characters on the covers.
And that's why I got it, just in case.
Yeah.
Me and my little Spec, take a chance. The B cover for Venom 17. I got, this is Absolute Carnage. I think the Pacheco variant.
Right, another Young Guns variant.
Young Guns, exactly.
Which is supposed to be a new character as well.
It kind of looks like the werewolf, man. We'll see. Werewolf by night. Can you imagine that they bring him in? Oh,
a symbiote version of him?
Oh my goodness, you think so? Look at that. Maybe, who knows, man? Who knows? Right there, he's standing, so you never know. You heard it here first, folks. Thanos, number 5. Loving this little run. It's over in the next issue. House of X, number 3. I've read most of these. All of these are really good reads. This is another excellent book. And then I got one back issue. It was Uncanny X-Men 312. This is the first appearance of the Phalanx, which seemed to have a big part in the whole House of X Powers of 10 run. So I picked this up on the cheap today, and that's everything I got, guys.
Nice. Well, good haul from Haya Lucha Libre right there.
Yeah, pretty big day.
Javi, I know you didn't make it out today, but you went over the weekend, didn't you?
I did. I don't even think I picked anything up, though.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. I've actually been debating on my current comic book collection status, or my pull status, if you will. There's a lot of stuff in my pool that I'm catching up on, and even though I say I'm catching up on it, it's not really happening. So I'm going through a comic book
cut down.
Comic book cut down, yes, a comic book.
Thinning the herd. You're thinning the herd.
Yeah, thinning out the herd, seeing what's good, and most importantly, seeing what I'm reading, and then kind of going from there. I've been noticing that I've been reading a lot of older stuff lately, and that's what's kind of been catching my eye, catching my attention. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes. Maybe my haul, showing off my haul, will be a little bit less.
Yeah, and that's nothing wrong with that. My hauls have been pretty light the last few weeks. Today it was not light. Jesus, they laid the hammer down on us. But Bake said it best there. Comic book midlife crisis.
I go through that every week, Bake. That's me every week.
Yeah. All right. So typically my haul is only like 2 or 3 books, but this week it was bigger than I expected it to be. So we got that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 97. Jenny is getting her yellow headband, and we find out in this issue how she gets it. Unfortunately, they did not have the Eastman variant when I got there. I was a little disappointed, so I'll be keeping my eye out for the Eastman variant, but I was able to pick this up. I was also able to get a second print of issue 95, and this is cool because it's her on the cover. And another thing that I don't think a lot of people know, though, too, is it's a wraparound cover.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's not really a wraparound cover. It just has an Eastman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to display it. And I think that's the way I'm going to display it, the more I think about it. So that's how I'm going to put that in here. So, yeah, this is the second print, first appearance of Jenny. And, yeah, this is something cool. I don't know if anyone knows about this. But, yeah, I think that's super cool that Eastman did the back of it, and that's kind of
and that's a really nice cover, too, the back of it.
Yeah, that's the back cover, which is cool. So, picked me up, second print, TMNT 95, and then we had the long-awaited issue number 4 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder in Hell. Super excited to read this. Matu Santalaku is killing this run. He's writing it and drawing it. Phenomenal. He did this cover.
That
Great
cover
stuff.
is awesome,
Bro,
man.
every cover that he has done has been great in this run. I must say that. The art inside this book is so good. Not talked about enough. Definitely have to get on a review and a half show soon and talk about this because this is some hot goodness right now. I forgot to pick up Batman White Knight. I got to go back and pull that. Forgot that one, unfortunately. But we have Thor issue 16 here. As we all know, we are headed towards King Thor, as I mentioned earlier.
Nice cover.
I love Del Mundo's cover, but I'm not a fan of his art like in the book. So that's the only thing I'm like a little disappointed about in the book. I'm not, but this cover is beautiful. It is a nice cover. One of the few covers that I like by Del Mundo. So good stuff there. As everyone else, Venom issue 17. I guess I just got the normal cover. I didn't see that variant because that variant was pretty dope, but it's all right. I got my normal variant, so I'm cool with that. My normal cover. Don't listen to me. Like everybody else, House of X. Excited to see what happens in this one. Can't wait. I don't know where this one's going to be taking us, but it seems that each and every one of these books is taking us somewhere new with the X-Men, and it is awesome. I love it. And then last but not least, I already read this one. Absolute Carnage. Great stuff. As I mentioned earlier, you guys want to go get your hands on that Venom 7 and 9 because after you read what happens in this, you're going to want to have that first appearance of Dylan. I'm saying that right now as I try to fix that. You want that Venom 7 and 9. So that is everything I picked up. Hailey, you got
awesome too, man.
Yeah, I love this site. Hailey, you got anything going on this week?
I gotta put out a haul video, man, because I haven't put something out on my channel for about 2 weeks. I've been doing you guys and all this, and I've been slacking on my own channel. I gotta show what I got today, probably last week, and some back issues that I've got, and I've really been slacking on my channel, man. I've been having fun with you guys, but that's about it.
We have fun hanging out with you, so thank you for being here. And if you guys have not checked out Hailey, a Comic Bros channel, his link in the description below, so check him out. And you already know Javi's always got something going on because he is the one, the only, the conquistador. So what's going on in the world of Javi?
Tomorrow, Thursday, and every Thursday following that, the Conquistadors are doing Oprah Boys Book Club.
Oprah Boys?
Much like Oprah's book club or any general book club, we pick up a series to read, to go through, and we dive deep into each issue as we discuss it on the show, and the chat gets involved, and we go from there. So this week we are going to continue our series of Welcome Back, Frank. This is issue number 3, which we did last week, and this week we are going to do issue number 4. So go pick up issue number 4 of The Punisher, Welcome Back, Frank, by Garth Ennis, Steve Dillon, and yes, Joe Ryan. It's an awesome name. Thank you to Derek Hyde for coming up with this creation. And, just a place where we can all hang out and talk about comics and do a deep dive into some of our favorite issues. Also, every Sunday, check out Silver Age Sunday, where I hang out with the mightiest panel of them all, and we talk about Silver Age, just general comic book topics, CGC, things like that. And Hialeah will be there this week, but hopefully he'll be joining us next week.
Well,
I know
it depends on Dorian, actually, so I might be on. Plans might be switched.
I know that this Sunday, special guest for Silver Age Sunday on the Conquistador channel is going to be the immortal himself, Biggie Shaq, showing off some of his great Silver Age collection because what he has, he needs to show off. I want to see it, and I want him to share what he has with the community.
Damn, now I'm pissed, man. Damn.
You're always welcomes.
You heard
it. Well, we'll see what happens with this hurricane.
You heard it first. The Immortal Biggie Shaq will be on Silver Age Sundays this Sunday. Yeah, if the hurricane doesn't hit. But once again, you can find all of these guys' channels in the description with links to all of these guys' channels below. So make sure you guys do that if you haven't done it yet. I want to thank these guys for being here every Wednesday with me because it's always a ton of fun to talk comics. So thank you guys. And as all the 90 holics in the chat know, YouTube is 90. And you can find me here every Wednesday night as we review books, talk spec. We have Javi's Variant Corner, Stash of Trash, showing you pickups. And you can find us here every Sunday night for the Sunday night slab down. This week, we have 2 matches coming your way. We have Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson versus I Got Issues. And we have Rod Just the Rican versus NYC. So make sure you guys are there this Sunday for the Sunday night slab down as me and the Comic Head 84 bring you the action with the slab down tournament. That is right. We are furthering the tournament this weekend, and we're trying to get to round number 2. So make sure you guys are there for the action. And you can find me on the MCE channel on Monday nights on That Geek Show. So check me out there. I want to thank all the incredible people in the chat. We got the Mortal Biggie Shack up in here. We had the boy who had 7, Poor Mike. We had Burke Nasty hopped in at the end. Comics for All People. Thank you guys. Bueller, just Joe Ryan. Awesome stuff. Frank the Tank, great interaction with the chat. I appreciate everyone for joining us. And remember, next week, we aren't having a show on this channel. I'll be away. I'll be in Chicago, actually, for work. So make sure you guys sub up all these guys so you know which channel is going to bring you the new Comic Book Day show for 90 Miles from Comics. So next week, they'll see you. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And until next week, guys, go get your books.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Have a great week. Read your books.
Go read your books, get your books, and YouTube is 90.